Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtam Dvandvatitam Gaganasadasham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Tadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, welcome to Satsang, Kailash Courtyard, Manifesting Past session. Now we'll be playing the Sutra and understanding the Sutra with powerful cognition that Swamiji has given that today, the highest, greatest, the ultimate cognition that Swamiji has given us, blessed us today. With that powerful cognition, we'll be manifesting the powers. So we'll be having the Sutra now. This sutra is taken from the Shiva Samhita 5.76 to 5.78.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of Mahima, power of increasing height of body and object, is taken from the Shiva Samhita 5.76 to 78. Maranam ghādyate tena sakenapi na ghādyate tasya syat paramasiddhir animadi guna prada vayussannachadate dehe rasavriddhir bhaved dhruvam akashapanakajagalptiyu samapi vadhate maranam khadyate tena sakenapi na khadyate tasya syat paramasiddhir animadi guna prada vayuh sanacharate dehe rasavriddhir bhaved dhruvam akashapanakajagalaptiyu samapi vadhate.
Yes. Swamiji has given us a beautiful sutra with a powerful cognition, powerful translation here. He says, death is eaten by him, he is eaten by none. He manifests the highest powers of Ashtama Siddhi, Ahima, Mahima, Lahima, etc. The Vayu, the wind energy, moves equally throughout the body. The juice of his body also increases. The nectar excluding from the ethereal lotus also increases in him. Swamiji spoke about the highest power that he has ever given, highest cognition that he has ever given, the mutation of superconsciousness. How exactly it happens inside our consciousness and DNA. The DNA strands are connected through the sugar and water, but the bonding between the DNA and the consciousness is the sound. Usually we have the sound of unconscious, and we have so much of violence in it, and so much of pain pattern can be removed out when we are connecting through the Mahavakya. And when do we become that subtle for us to receive that sound into us? When we are in deep listening to the sound. Usually when we are getting up or sleeping, that very moment when we are sleepy, we start feeling that space as just no very high awareness. Same way with anger, lust, and also when we are hungry. So these times when we are chanting the Mahavakya with a deep listening, simply the Mahavakya connects the DNA and consciousness. The more and more we are consciously connecting the DNA and consciousness through Mahavakya, we'll be manifesting all the powers. Swamiji said he himself will be in us and manifest the powers of consciousness right now. So with the Mahavakya, we'll be manifesting the powers of the Mahima. Here he says in this sutra, the death is eaten by him. The death is eaten by him. He is eaten by none. He manifests the highest powers. Here Swamiji is telling about how we manifest the powers when we are in the highest mutation. He said all the powers of the consciousness will be able to reflect into our brain through the DNA exactly when we are in the space of how it connects, the Mahavakya connects the DNA to the consciousness. During these states, we are exactly reflecting the whole thing. So when we start connecting to these moments, to use these moments to reflect the highest consciousness into our brain and manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. That is why he says the wind energy moves throughout equally throughout the body. The rasal, vriddhi, and the eternal lotus, the whole nectar that starts happening in us. We become a complete, even this consciously, we'll be flowing into the ultimate oneness with Paramashiva and eternal we become. That is what Swamiji says in the superconscious mutation. Here, through this power manifestation, we make it grounded in our space. When we manifest the powers of Paramashiva, we understand that superconsciousness is happening right in us, right now. Swamiji simply flows through us. The superconsciousness, Swamiji simply flows through us when we connect the Mahavakya through chanting deeply and in deep listening, holding that oneness space. Whenever we melt in that consciousness and whenever we chant that Mahavakya with a deep listening during these 4 times, and now that he has told us to do, simply we'll connect the DNA and consciousness and manifest the huge powers. Here, the same thing, if you see, Swamiji has manifested these powers when he said that when he was making his body heavy and walking inside the house, literally the whole house was vibrating in, and people started feeling there was literally some earthquake or something, and then he had to stop it completely. Same way we have understood in Purana stories that Krishna lifted the Govardhana mountain, or Tirunavakasar floated in the water when he was tied to the stone. He was floating in the water simply because he was able to connect the DNA to consciousness with the deepest connection. So we also now can increase the length of an object. You can take an object. We are going to give the instruction now, and we are going to take an object, place the object, if possible, a smaller object or any object. You can just trace the whole thing. And after you trace, sit straight, visualize Swamiji in the third eye. Be just in oneness. Inside you, nothing other than Swamiji exists. Just be in oneness for a few minutes. Do not engage yourself in any other thought current, either engaging or destroying, maintaining, creating, fighting. Nothing we are going to do with the thoughts. Just step out of that and hold the oneness space and deep listening. In deep listening, you will be in such relaxed space. So hold the deep listening and only go on chanting with every sound that you are uttering goes inside you as connecting the DNA and consciousness. So let's start closing our eyes, sit straight, visualize Swamiji in the third eye, set the object, just set the object, whichever you want to increase the length. You can take a picture so that after you can see the differences. Then you can sit straight, head, neck and spine to be in the straight line so that the Kundalini raises to the Agnya Chakra and manifests as Paramashiva, the powers of Paramashiva. So sit straight, visualize Swamiji in the third eye. Deeply inhale and exhale. Just connect to Swamiji in the oneness. Whatever you understand, the darshan that Swamiji gave, the words that Swamiji gave, anything, just connect to the oneness with Swamiji and start chanting deeply. Do not open your eyes, do not do anything else till the Mahavakya is over. Yes, we are going to play the Mahavakya. Let's sit straight, visualize Swamiji in the third eye, hold the space of oneness. Deeply, in deep listening, chant the Mahavakya so that every sound connects the DNA to consciousness and simply flows through you and manifest into anything that you have asked. It will simply manifest as your reality.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda
Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Nithyananda, gently now look at the object that you have kept and check if it has increased or decreased the size. Please take a picture of that and see, measure how many inches it has increased. You can post it in the Facebook chat, Zoom chat, and you can post it in Kailash Kotyar Manifesting Power Space. All this, Swamiji is giving us a glimpse of all this, how we can live in the highest superconscious mutation. Paramashivoham is the program where Swamiji is giving us 21 day of fully 24/7, just melting in Swamiji and getting into the space in oneness with Swamiji and really becoming that mutation, the superconsciousness being itself. It's a beautiful program of 21 days of Paramashivoham. We'll be showing you the link where you can register for the program. Just you being for 15 minutes, and how many of you are manifesting the powers, if you just get a glimpse how it would be living the superconsciousness space as Paramashiva, manifesting all your reality as your existential reality. Here we are just posting the link. Whoever wants to have more questions, you can contact, you can register in the link and contact for the more details. The beautiful space of oneness that Swamiji is giving us to manifest these powers right now. He said he himself is there to manifest. Please post your results in the Zoom chat or Facebook chat. And you can also add the post to Kailash Kotyar Manifesting Power group. And so many posts are already being posted in it. You can go through those posts whenever we share. Why do we need to share? The last, always, if you see any movie or anything, there is an essence, right? Like that, when you share your cognition, you become grounded in that. When you open your mouth and we tell those words which come out, hey, I have manifested these powers. And simply that celebration becomes your way of thinking, your way of manifesting your life and your way of existence. So go on celebrating like a kid. The first time they walk, parents will be so excited. They'll be like, wow, my kid walked, and they'll take a video and post it everywhere. The whole family will be celebrating. Just like that, the celebration is not for the few steps, but the celebration for a breakthrough. So whenever you manifest even small powers, start manifesting and start sharing it with everybody. And that starts giving us more space and energy graces with more powers. And when somebody shares, listening that also mirrors into you the same thing. If you're not manifesting, it doesn't matter. You just stay here. The healing is happening. Simply, you have to manifest, because everybody is manifesting. Your mirror neurons will catch it. Even if you don't catch it, your mirror neurons will catch it, because Swamiji is flowing through you through the Mahavakya that you're chanting in deep listening. So here is the registration form for Paramashivoham, the ultimate program that Swamiji said. This time, it's not just about money. He's going to ask us to go through 21 satsangs or 42 alive satsangs to raise our consciousness to even grasp what he is going to give us in Paramashivoham. So do not miss the manifesting sessions or the live or alive satsangs for another few months, so that you raise yourself to that level, that what is he even going to give. For giving that Paramashivam program itself, he just does a foundation. Then imagine what kind of program that is going to be. The first time he's ever You can post all the details in these, and if you have any questions, you can register. They will be attended. Post your questions also in Kailash Kotiyar Manifesting Power Group. People will answer those questions. So whenever we manifest the power to Swamiji's lotus feet, because the more you surrender these powers, the more you will start in conscious mutation, because you'll be reflecting the consciousness to your brain. The brain starts working more sharp and more subtle. The whole Paramashivam program and Swamiji's Satsang is taking us to the higher intelligence. The Maha Saraswati start happening into us, where we start manifesting the higher dimensions of our life. Instead of just suffering with the basic cognition, the higher possibility, the higher way of existence, the enlightened civilization will be one among them, having the higher possibility of our life. So here, whenever Swamiji, let's sit straight, visualize Swamiji in the third eye. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnashate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyanandam. See you tomorrow for more manifestation sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma.